Hello, welcome to Europa Barbarorum 2, a mod for Medieval 2 Total War. It takes place in the 3rd century BC in Europe and North Africa and the Middle East and sort of Central Asia, a little bit of India even. The game is great, but the mod is rather unstable. So if the video seems choppy, it's because I've pieced together bits of video in between crashes. And the campaign map, there you go, you can see it. There are many factions currently available, however there are more coming. I am playing a version of this mod, I think it was released in May of 2015? I think that's right. The developers say that another version is coming soon, in autumn, however it's November. Autumn is almost over. Whatever. I don't want to wait anymore. If they release another version, I'll just keep playing this old version. I will be playing as... Oh, I'm so glad. Clicking on these faction buttons will sometimes crash the game, so I'm not going to be clicking on them. But I'll be playing as the Kingdom of Bosporus, a Greek kingdom in North Black Sea. The game has a huge variety of factions to play with a lot of varying difficulties. However, I would not recommend this mod. Ironically, despite me praising it just now, because installing it is a big pain in the butt, and it crashes a lot. It takes quite a bit of patience to deal with the rather unfinished nature of the mod. Stupid things will happen, you will lose battles due to glitches, and the game will break from time to time, and you might lose 10 hours of progress, and you just have to accept that. And don't get mad, because it's just pixels on a screen, it's just a video game, you know? Go eat some ice cream, relax. A lot of video gamers, can't seem to do that. Of course, then they make lots of money on Twitch by screaming into their microphones. Regardless, I will not be clicking this start button because that makes the game freeze for about 5 minutes while it makes a save of the map. I've already started a campaign, I'll load my save game. And I will risk clicking on these buttons, actually. Even though I said I wouldn't, because this mod has incredible detail. There is so much history in this mod. I know very little about the Iron Age anywhere, so I can't really say whether this is accurate information, but it seems pretty credible, and if you go to their website, they have this enormous bibliography. It seems like they've done a really good job. Although one of the factions is, I think it's these guys. Yes, these guys are sort of Baltic, and I don't know much about the Iron Age Baltic region. They're not quite Baltic, but the Baltic they have here, they're a little bit lower, but I say lower. Closer to the equator. There. Let's not be geographically biased. These guys, there's not much archaeology for them, I think. If I recall correctly, the Baltic region is very problematic for the Iron Age because they didn't leave much for archaeologists to find. So these guys have a whole bunch of stuff. They have a reconstructed language here. It's really cool, but I don't know. I'm rambling because I'm avoiding starting the campaign because I'm afraid the game is going to crash. I want to get as much explanation in as possible. But eventually I do have to start the game. I'm going to click on all the factions. So we have Rome, of course. The name is in Latin. Obviously, it's pretty important. This is the Senatus Populusque Romanus, the Senate people of Rome. The Roman Empire with Augustus was founded in the 1st century. I think it was 58 BC? Not sure about that one. I think that's right. This is the 3rd century, so there's a long way to go. Also, we have Carthage, a if you're at all familiar with Roman history, you know a thing or two about Carthage, or at least you've heard of a particular Hannibal Barca. This was a colony of the Phoenicians, people over here. The Phoenicians didn't really have a big empire. They just sort of made lots of little colonies all around the Mediterranean as trading outposts. And each little colony was its own independent state, a lot like the Greek colonies. It wasn't an empire like we would think of, like the British Empire later. No, nothing like that. However, one of those colonies, Carthage, which is basically in the same place as modern-day Tunis, the city of Tunis, became so powerful that it did create a large, relatively centralized empire, which then came into conflict with the rising power of Rome, and Carthage came this close to beating Rome. But they didn't. And, of course, you know about a particular Roman Empire. So if you play as Carthage, obviously your first goal is to destroy Rome. It says eliminate factions, SPQR, that's Senatus Populusque Romanus. I always do short campaigns because the long campaigns are just tedious. Macedon, of course. Successors to Alexander the Great. Not to be confused with modern-day Macedonia, the population of which is ethnically unrelated to this ancient group of people. Well, I say unrelated. I guess they're both human. This is one of the 4 successor kingdoms. Oh no, or is it 3? Diadochi. When Alexander the Great died in 328, I think it was? Is that right? Don't remember. His empire was split among his generals, and Macedonia was one of those successor kingdoms. Macedonia controlled Greece until it was conquered by Rome, and Epirus is a different kingdom, not one of the Diadochi, famous for a particular Pyrrhus of Epirus, who in the ancient world was highly regarded, very famous, kind of a household name. But today, unless you're a scholar of the ancient world, kind of forgotten. Oh well, he's famous for winning a victory where he lost so many troops that he could never win another victory. Thus, a Pyrrhic victory is a victory where you win, but really you lose. This is a fictitious conglomeration of Hellenic city-states. Having all the city-states be independent factions would be more accurate, but of course put strain on the game engine that would make the game unnecessarily slow. The Seleucids are by far the largest, most powerful, and most interesting, I think, successor empire of Alexander. It would take so much time to explain these guys, and also I don't know a whole lot about them. Read about them on Wikipedia if you're interested, and if that is not enough for you, there are about 10 million billion books about these guys because they're super famous. Also the Ptolemaioi, I always mispronounce that, the Greek hegemons of Egypt. Oh, goodness gracious, I spent a lot of time talking about history. Well, you know me, history. I'll skip the Bactria is really fun to play. I did one of these in Rome 2, a very short-lived series of videos. They're a mix of Greek and Indian and nomad culture, pretty fun. This is Armenia. They are the quintessential Eastern groups. They're basically the Persians. Pontus is a mix of Persian and Greek culture. I'm trying to skip through these quickly so I can get to the gameplay. I've spent a bit too much time in this menu, I think. Palava is nomads. That is a Gallic tribe, one of the Celtic groups in Europe. They were conquered by Julius Caesar. Well, I don't like the great man theory of history, of course. They were conquered by Julius Caesar and several thousand other people in the Roman army in the 1st century, and that of course led to Julius Caesar becoming the most powerful man in Rome, and then he got stabbed, and then his adopted son Octavian became Augustus Caesar, blah blah blah. Anyway, the Aedui and the Arverni are the largest, most powerful Gallic tribes, and they are our rivals in this mod, and it's fun to try to beat the other. These are the British Celtics. Wait. That's a basketball team. Celtic people on the Tin Isles, known for producing tin. Yes, amazingly apt name, I know. Lusitanians. Lusitania today is the Latin name for Portugal, and if you speak Portuguese, you are a Lusophone. That comes from these people. They are Celtic, I believe. I think. These are the Germanics. I don't know much about them, sorry. Gatai, they're fun. They have a weapon called a Falx, which was kind of like a scythe, sort of. And they would charge at you. Falx. Type that into Google Images, you can see a picture of it. They would charge at you and leap and come down, and they would try to hit your shoulder, in between your neck and your shoulder. That sort of corner, I guess. And the Falx was so deadly, so sharp, so powerful, it could cut you in half from your shoulder to your thigh. Cut through all the bones, the muscle, everything, in one blow. Pretty scary. After the Romans got chewed to bits by those Falxes, they developed that famous Roman plate armor with the really big shoulder pads to stop the Falx. These guys are the Sabbateans. Down there. I know nothing about them. Saka Raka, I always mispronounce that. I do not know how to correctly say that. These guys are nomads. They are kind of Chinese, sort of. They're a little weird. I don't like nomads in this mod. More nomads. These guys just get killed by Carthage immediately, so they're pointless. And now the game has crashed. Well, like I said, clicking on the faction buttons makes the game crash. I'm doing you a favor by rambling about history, because now you don't have to click through the buttons when you play the mod, if you play the mod, if you have the patience. Where was I? Pergamum, one of the Greek city-states. Kind of fun, though it's tough to find room to expand. The other powers maybe just kill you. This faction is Indian, however, they are sort of a successor state of Alexander's Empire, kind of. Alexander's Empire went a little bit off the map to about here, I think. The Battle of the Hydaspes was along the Indus River. That's the Indus River, I think. Somewhere around there. Anyway, these guys had a lot of Greek influence, and they are pretty cool. I would recommend playing as them, even though it's really hard. They are just goofy. Well, in that they're a mix. What's the historical term? I forget. Panacea? No, that's a medicine that cures all diseases. That has nothing to do with anything. Syncretism, that's it. Mixing of cultures. These guys are the Baltic guys I know nothing about. That's Bosporus, who we'll be playing. These are the Celt Iberians. They're Celts in Iberia. I know. Crazy. The Boii... Yes, that is certainly how you pronounce it. Are Celts. And they eventually were displaced by the Romans and then the Gauls. Or not the Gauls. No, the Germanics. And in the Great Migrations, blah, 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 Austria. I believe there are some Austrian place names that come from the Boii, I think. I don't know much. Sorry. And the Nabateans, who had the famous city of Petra, and a special belief system that was a mix of South Arabian and Hellenic and Egyptian stuff. They're pretty interesting. I know very little about them. And I think I've rambled long enough. Let's actually get some blah, blah, blah. Gameplay. English. I can speak it. Oh, that music just seems too loud. But, oh well, I can fix it. Oh no, I need to change it. It just seems loud. Oh, that's why. think I had that at 65. Okay. Did that keep my changes? Yes, it did. Good. I thought so. It resets the music. This is where we start. I've already done the beginning stuff. You have to click through a bunch of menus and select your heir and do things. Where that? Anyway, to start, we should note that to our north are the Sauromatai, the Sarmatians, and that is a lot of stars. So let's not fight them. We start with our diplomat next to them for a reason, because it allows us to make peace with them. Okie dokie. And that's enough with that. The trading rights are fine. If they make money off of us, they might not attack us. I don't know. The AI basically just attacks everybody all the time. I'm playing on medium difficulty. And, as you can see, this is Medieval 2. However, it kind of looks like Rome. But it benefits from Medieval 2 having a cleaner interface and... Whoa! I see it forgot to keep my graphics options, so now the campaign map is really laggy. I need to fix that. Well, whatever. We just won't look at Central Europe. Yeah, there shouldn't be reflections. Oh well. The models look great, I think. Although they keep calling this shield an aspis. I'm pretty sure it's called a hoplon. That's why they're called a hoplite, named after the shield. Whatever. That's really nitpicky. You can see that all these guys have lots of history, lots of explanations, telling you how to use the unit and also the background of the unit. Oh, it's so amazing. A lot of these guys have biographies because they're actual people. Not these guys, though. But all these traits, like this, each faction, not each faction, each culture in the game has a different... That was unnecessary. Each culture has a different calendar, and your culture affects your calendar, which affects how your troops interpret the seasons. There is so much in this game. I think every province has a sort of background, a biography, a geography, and oh hey, they're actually referencing their bibliography in game. That's really cool. Every province. There are a lot of provinces. This is, oh my goodness. Anyway, there are also these minor settlements. I don't really know what they do. I guess if they are taken, your income goes down? I don't know. Let's increase taxes, though. And as you can see, there is a government. Oh, jeez. I've probably gone over my 30-minute mark. Whatever. When you conquer a province, you have to set up a government. And setting up a government takes a long time. And while you're setting up a government, you must defend the province and stop them from rebelling. Oh yeah, build roads. Roads are important. Always roads. Roads. Hey, that's from Rome. The original Rome. And each of these... Oh, they took that from Rome too. Oh, that's fine. There's so much text. It hurts. After a while, reading all this, because the font is sort of hard to read on this background. Your eyes are strained. That's my excuse for not reading it. It's just too much. I like history, but Jesus, guys. It's way too much. Concision, please. Anyway, I'm going to end the recording now and probably put a subtitle in this video saying no gameplay, just description, skip to the second video. Probably upload 2 videos then. Yes. Anyway, see you next time. The audio sounded okay. However, I'm reducing it anyway because I think in battle it might be a bit louder. I can always increase it later. But then again, the music in the game is far better than my talking. Also, whoa! I can scroll around without the game exploding because change the graphics options. I must say, they did a really good job with this map. Greece looks excellent. I got Chalcidice, Peloponnesus, correct, the Bay of Corinth. Really nice. Like it a lot. However, West Africa is a myth. A myth? That's not a word. Is a myth. It doesn't exist. It's just a story told. Obviously, because it's not in this map. Anyway, let's play the game. So I want to have one army. I want to put my faction leader in control of a large, powerful army, meaning... Oh yeah, I also want to control all of this peninsula, the name of which I don't remember. I think it's Bosporus. Like my faction. Not sure. I'll put this guy down here. And... let's see, move some guys from the city. Of course, the hoplitai, the standard hoplites, as well as some contistai, the javelineers. Then move you right there, and then we'll move some more hoplitai. And yeah, all these guys can go to this army. That's fine. Okay. Good. Now, in this mod, you start the game losing lots of money, and you just have to keep losing money until you capture a bunch of settlements and can increase your... I thought I did this trade agreement thing. Oh well, whatever. You have to wait till you conquer a bunch more provinces before you can actually make money. So make sure you spend your money while you have it. Mad. That's fine. Build roads and recruit. Oh, I don't think I have a spy. Yeah, I'll need one of those, I think. It's going to take a lot of money, but whatever. Might as well use my money now when I have it. Let's see. Melee attack 9, melee attack 8, lower charge bonus, higher defense. Those guys are better. What is their upkeep? 383 ancient dollars. Whatever. Can swim. Haunt experiment. Interesting. Anyway, let's stop being distracted by the history and the turn. This is the best part about it being in Medieval 2's engine and not... Well, I think Rome and Medieval 2 are in the same engine, but Rome 2 I think is better optimized or something. It's faster, I think. Or maybe it's just because I'm playing this in 2015, the 2015 computer that can handle Rome 2 better than... Did I say Rome 2? Can handle Medieval 2 better than my computer of 5 years ago could. Which I think is the last time I played this game. Oh well. Eleutheroi. I mispronounced that. The Eleutheroi, again mispronounced, are the rebels. Press print screen to turn off the... Oh, scroll lock, turn off the interface. Oh, really? Where's scroll lock? I don't think I have scroll lock. I have num lock. That didn't do anything. Is it F lock? I don't have F lock either. Well, anyway, I won't do that. I don't care. And turn report. You lost money. Yes. And we have negative money. Already out of money. So now, we just have to sit around and wait for quite a long time. Or, wait. Projected total... What's my current amount of money? I think it's down here. It's red and I can't see it because it's on a red background. Come on, guys. Anyway, let's do a battle. These guys look like they're mostly cavalry. I don't have many cavalry. Hello, friend. Let's fight. Okay, he backed off, meaning he thinks he's going to lose. So if I can defeat this army, I can besiege Chersonesos and use my heavy infantry to good effect in their city. Okay, this is going to be an Iron Man campaign. Yes, they're all cavalry. That means I'm probably going to lose this battle. I will fight most of the battles in the beginning, however later, when the battles become tedious and uninteresting, I think, is that from a movie? I will allow the AI to fight them. I say it's Iron Man. If the game crashes or I lose due to a bug or something, I will load my save game, of course. How will I defeat these guys? I have some archers. Are they all horse archers? Yes. Well, if I click this button, it automatically wins the battle because this guy's a really good commander. But that kind of feels a little cheaty. I'll probably lose this battle if I fight it. Well, we're fighting in a forest. That could help me, but they're horse archers. They're just gonna run around and shoot me. And I don't have enough archers to deal with that. Alright, let's do it.